We're not just losing nice things to look at, we're losing critical parts of Earth's system.
And it's threatening our food, our water, our climate.
Welcome to our channel. Today, we're tackling an important and pressing issue, the loss of wildlife. Across the globe, countless species are facing the threat of extinction, and the reasons are as varied as they are alarming. In this video, we'll be counting down the top 10 reasons for the loss of wildlife and what we can do to help protect these precious creatures. Number 10. Pollution. Pollution comes in many forms: air, water, and soil pollution, and all of them have devastating impacts on wildlife. Toxic chemicals from industrial processes, agricultural runoff, and household waste enter natural habitats, contaminating the air, water, and soil that animals depend on. Marine life is particularly vulnerable, with oil spills, plastic waste, and chemical pollutants leading to mass die-offs of fish, birds, and marine mammals. Air pollution from factories and vehicles can also affect animals' respiratory systems, while soil pollution can destroy plant life that many species rely on for food and shelter. Reducing pollution through stricter regulations, reducing waste, and promoting sustainable practices is crucial for protecting wildlife from these harmful effects. Number 9. Invasive species. Invasive species are non-native plants, animals, or pathogens that are introduced into new environments, often with disastrous consequences for native wildlife. These species can outcompete, prey on, or bring diseases to local species, leading to declines or even extinctions. For example, the introduction of the brown tree snake to Guam led to the decimation of native bird populations. Invasive species can spread rapidly, disrupting ecosystems and altering food chains. Human activities such as global trade, travel, and the intentional or accidental release of non-native species are major contributors to this problem. Controlling invasive species through monitoring, public awareness, and eradication programs is vital to preserving biodiversity. Number 8. Climate change. Climate change is one of the most significant and far-reaching threats to wildlife. As global temperatures rise, habitats are shifting, and many species are struggling to adapt to the changing conditions. Polar bears, for instance, rely on sea ice to hunt seals, but as the ice melts earlier each year, they are left with less time and space to find food. Warmer temperatures also disrupt migration patterns, breeding cycles, and food availability for many species. Additionally, climate change increases the frequency and severity of extreme weather events, such as hurricanes, droughts, and wildfires, which can destroy habitats and wipe out entire populations. Mitigating climate change through reducing greenhouse gas emissions and protecting natural habitats is crucial for safeguarding wildlife. Number 7. Deforestation. Forests are home to 80% of the world's terrestrial biodiversity, yet they are being destroyed at an alarming rate. Deforestation occurs primarily due to logging, agriculture, and urban expansion. When forests are cleared, countless species lose their homes, food sources, and protection from predators. The loss of trees also leads to soil erosion and disrupts water cycles, further degrading the environment. Deforestation is particularly devastating in tropical rainforests, which are among the most biodiverse ecosystems on Earth. The destruction of these forests not only threatens iconic species like orangutans, tigers, and jaguars, but also leads to the extinction of lesser-known plants and animals that play crucial roles in their ecosystems. Protecting and restoring forests through sustainable practices, reforestation projects, and conservation initiatives is essential for preserving wildlife. Number 6. Habitat fragmentation. Habitat fragmentation occurs when large, continuous habitats are divided into smaller, isolated patches, often due to human activities such as road construction, agriculture, and urban development. This fragmentation can have severe consequences for wildlife, as it reduces the available habitat for species to live, breed, and find food. It also isolates populations, making it difficult for animals to find mates and leading to inbreeding, which weakens genetic diversity. Fragmented habitats are also more vulnerable to environmental changes, such as wildfires and floods, which can wipe out entire populations. Species that require large territories, like bears and wolves, are particularly affected by habitat fragmentation. Connecting fragmented habitats through wildlife corridors and protected areas is essential to ensuring the survival of many species. Number 5. Overexploitation. Overexploitation refers to the unsustainable harvesting of wildlife and natural resources, which leads to the depletion of species and habitats. This includes activities such as overfishing, hunting, poaching, and the illegal wildlife trade. Many species have been pushed to the brink of extinction due to overexploitation. For example, the passenger pigeon, once abundant in North America, was hunted to extinction by the early 20th century. Today, overfishing has led to the collapse of numerous fish populations, and poaching threatens iconic species like rhinos, elephants, and tigers. The illegal wildlife trade is a multi-billion-dollar industry that not only drives species toward extinction but also fuels organized crime and threatens global security. Sustainable management of natural resources, enforcement of wildlife protection laws, and global cooperation are key to combating overexploitation and preserving wildlife. Number 4. Urbanization. As human populations grow, cities and towns expand, encroaching on natural habitats and displacing wildlife. Urbanization leads to the destruction of ecosystems, pollution, and increased human-wildlife conflicts. Animals that once thrived in forests, grasslands, and wetlands are forced to adapt to city life or perish. Urban sprawl also fragments habitats, isolates wildlife populations, and disrupts migration routes. Species like coyotes, raccoons, and pigeons have adapted to urban environments, but many others, especially larger animals, struggle to survive in these altered landscapes. Urbanization also leads to increased pollution, light pollution, and noise pollution, which further stress wildlife. Promoting green infrastructure, protecting urban green spaces, and creating wildlife-friendly cities are important steps to mitigate the impact of urbanization on wildlife. Number 3. Agriculture. Agriculture is one of the leading drivers of habitat destruction and wildlife loss. The expansion of farmland for crops and livestock requires clearing forests, draining wetlands, and converting natural landscapes into monocultures. This not only destroys habitats but also reduces biodiversity by replacing diverse ecosystems with single-species crops. The use of pesticides and fertilizers in agriculture can also harm wildlife, poisoning animals, and polluting water sources. Additionally, agricultural practices contribute to soil degradation, water scarcity, and climate change, further exacerbating the loss of wildlife. Sustainable agriculture practices, such as organic farming, agroforestry, and conservation tillage, are essential for reducing the impact of agriculture on wildlife and preserving biodiversity. Number 2. Hunting and poaching. Hunting and poaching have long been significant threats to wildlife, especially for species targeted for their fur, horns, tusks, and other body parts. Poaching, in particular, is a major driver of wildlife loss, as it is often done illegally and unsustainably. Species like the African elephant, rhino, and tiger have been pushed to the brink of extinction due to poaching. Hunting, even when regulated, can also lead to population declines if not managed properly. In some cases, trophy hunting targets the largest and healthiest individuals, weakening the gene pool and making the species more vulnerable to diseases and environmental changes. Anti-poaching efforts, stronger enforcement of wildlife protection laws, and community-based conservation programs are essential for combating hunting and poaching and protecting endangered species. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to always get notified when a new video gets published. It's super easy and helps us a lot. And finally, number 1. Habitat loss. Habitat loss is the leading cause of wildlife decline and extinction worldwide. As human activities continue to expand, natural habitats are being destroyed, fragmented, and degraded at an alarming rate. Whether it's forests being cleared for agriculture, wetlands drained for development, or grasslands converted into urban areas, habitat loss has a profound impact on wildlife. When animals lose their habitats, they lose their homes, food sources, and breeding grounds, leading to population declines and, in many cases, extinction. Habitat loss also disrupts ecosystems, leading to imbalances that affect all species, including humans. Protecting and restoring habitats through conservation efforts, sustainable land use practices, and reforestation projects is crucial for preserving wildlife and ensuring the health of our planet. And there you have it, the top 10 reasons to loss of wildlife. These challenges are daunting, but they are not insurmountable. By raising awareness, supporting conservation efforts, and making sustainable choices in our daily lives, we can help protect the incredible diversity of life on Earth. What do you think is the most urgent issue facing wildlife today? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it. See you next time.